Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Historic Wings Black Flight, designed by Thomas Van Hare. We already did take off. The day is the 17th of May, 1917. We are on the noon patrol. A flight. A flight is headed out with the squadron commander in their ranks with them, flying plane I for the ill Irvin. So we are headed to Cactus Point down to Petit Bois, and we have to Petit Bois, I don't know. And we got to do that 3 times. We are in no hurry. So basically, let's get out our SOP here and start checking off things. After takeoff, we turn 1. We got 0 dogfights so far. WX are still clear. And it's been got kind of a day, which I like. This is the noon patrol, turn 1. We're at 0 and 10,000, so we can go ahead and move on to turn duration, draw a card. Oh, you know what I was going to check, and I forgot to do that. Let me do that real quick. I need to double check to see if special events are only drawn in the morning, which I believe they are. I believe they're part of the beginning of the day special orders. So let me double check that though. Okay, based on the way I'm reading things, which is always suspect, we have to roll or draw takeoff, and if we get a special orders for noon patrol, then that's going to override us. So we draw our turn duration. If drawn at takeoff, special orders dawn patrol. This is noon patrol, so that's not going to happen. We're going to move the turn to 2. We're going to get 2 movement. I'm going to move off of our aerodrome, so I don't have to roll for that. We're going to again move to Lorient, and we're going to sit there and climb. So let me get my black flight now, and we're going to climb twice. We are at 0. Climb twice, which puts us at 2,000. And that will be turn 1. There's no weather, prevailing winds, or any of that. I'm just going to keep skipping right over that because there's no need to check with clear weather. So no Archie fire or anything. So we're just going to roll for encounters right here. I can get rid of my aerodrome. I can get rid of the orders. And then I can try to find my charts. There they are. I actually found them. And try to find my dice tray. And there we go with that. And I'm going to hide that over there, and hopefully I don't lose that. German encounters. We are over in Allied territory. We're going to roll 3 dice. That's going to be a 10. That is none. Allied encounters, Allied territory, less than 15. That's 16. Scouts. So rather than place them, they will join us on a roll of 6. I'm just going to roll a die and see if they join us. They're not going to join us, so we're going to pass them by. But we had an encounter that moves the turn track. All right. See, you got to remember things, which I don't do very well sometimes. All right. Remove the moves. We will go to turn duration again. And we are looking at a turn duration of 6. Move the turn counter. I'm going to move over a bell overdrum and move to Boshev. Again, that's going to be 2, and then we're going to climb 6 increments, and then we'll roll. We have to roll for a bell interdrum first. So let's just get the 1 altitude climb in effect. Roll for that allied encounter. Lost my dice tray again. Oh, good Lord Almighty. I just lose that thing all the time. That's going to be a 6 on the allied. That's definitely a no-go. And so we're going to be able to go over to here, and then we get to climb 5 more. Just going to take us up to 8,000. And that's the end of that turn. We've got to check encounters. We are on Allied territory. Allied aerodrome. I think I rolled on the last chart, but the result was the same. Wrong chart last time. German encounter, Allied territory, 3 or a 4. Nothing. Allied encounter, Allied territory, 16 or more. Nothing. Get rid of the moves. Move the turn so I don't forget. Draw a card. And I lost my cards. I lose things so easily. There's just so many windows that I'm trying to. It wouldn't be so bad if I was keeping them off to one side, but I keep throwing them back and forth so I can show them while I'm recording, and I just keep losing them, and they don't show up on the bottom of my board. So we are looking for our cards. There we go, right in the middle of everything where I would never find them. Let's do something stupid like that. Turn duration is 3. Discard that one. Already moved the turn. I'm just going to hang out here and climb. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Gets us up to 10,250. It's like pulling teeth on this climb. And we've got to try to roll here. For Allied again and German again. 3 or 4 for the Germans. Nothing. 16 and above for Allied. Nothing. Alright, so we're going to go to the next turn. Draw another duration. 1. Wow. We're going to climb. And stay right where we're at. Go to 11,000. Going to roll for encounters right where we're at. German, still 3 or 4. Nothing. Allied, still 16. Nothing. I'm not ready to get up around no man's land yet. I'm still don't. I want to at least get high medium altitude before I do that. 4. Advance the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets us up to 14,000. Next turn I'll consider moving. And then we're going to roll for I didn't need a squadron commander. Yep, pulled the wrong window over. There we go. Germans, we got a 7, which is nothing still. And Allied, we have a 9, which is nothing still. So we go to, again, the next turn, and this one I'm going to consider moving on. So we draw the turn duration. It's going to be 4. I'm going to move 2 into an allied trenches, I believe that is. I still don't remember. The blue, black, white allied trenches. Yes. Wow, scary. I got that right. And we're going to climb 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 16,750. All right. And we're going to roll for allied trenches. We don't have to worry about AA and stuff because all of that takes place at level 4 or lower, and we're up to level 8. So we just completely skip all that. German encounters over allied trenches, getting a little hairier now. So anything under 6. We got an 8, nothing. Allied encounters, anything over 14, nothing. And now we, I believe, are ready to start doing our passes here. And we are on the noon flight. We got to do this 3 times. Cactus Point to Petit Bois. Okay, so let's clear this. Drag our next turn duration 2. Man, we are getting the slow draws. I'm going to go up higher a little bit, so we're going to go 1, 2 to there. We're going to raise up 2 more. 17,750, and I will level off there. And we need to roll for encounters, and this time we're in no man's land. So things get even more hairier here. 7 or less. Oh, we got a 4. No man's land. That's going to be scouts and photo recon. German flights. Scouts and photo recon. And before I forget, I'll move that turn counter. I do believe I forgot to do it on the turn too. So we're going to roll for weather effects as well. Let's get our encounters rolled for first. Because actually we'll do the weather progression after this encounter, because the weather progression would have gone after we rolled for the encounter. So we don't do the weather progression yet. All right, let's do the scout setup first. German random encounters. I always forget where this is. I don't know why. Oh, you keep reading it long. We're looking for encounter altitude ranges, B3, and we are looking at scouts. I don't need that. Scouts. I'm going to start at Zove Wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just going to roll this die. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be here. And his altitude is going to be... That's a scout 3, which is medium. And we have a recon. Again, we're going to roll 1 die to see which one he's in. That's going to be 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's down here. 5 for recon is high. All right, now I need to roll a friendly encounter as well in no man's land. We get an 11-15, which is friendly scouts. Pile it on here. And we will roll for their position. 6, which is going to be up here in the city. All right, so now we go to, this is where I got to start going slow because I don't have this down pat. Initiative is next. So that's easy enough to decide. We go to supplementals. Nobody has anything to the southeast. Roll for initiative S1. Make sure I do this correctly. I don't want to give anybody bad scoop. 18 or 44. I think it's 44. For each side, roll once for each, for which each side has initiative. That's just rolling once. If any, for each allied formation, southeast, no Germans. That's kind of southeast. For each allied formation to the German -1. So we'll give them that. For each German, if allied formations are southeast, and they definitely are not. So we get a -1. That's southeast for me. I'm kind of hesitant on I'll give it to the scouts. I'm not going to give it to me because for me that's more south than it is southwest. For them it's just a little bit more of an angle. I mean southeast. So I'm going to give them -1. Don't like doing that neither. 6, doesn't matter. Won the initiative, so that's a good thing. I have the choice to scrap or not. When the Allied have initiative, do I want to engage or withdraw? It's contrary to our mission. No, honestly, a line patrol's supposed to avoid recon. Not avoid recon. Keep it from coming across. Avoid it that way. Joining an observation. Allied encounter is strictly a scouting formation. Rules apply. Roll D6. 1 to 5 does not join, so we'll get rid of him right away if 1 to 5 does not join. So we can just go ahead and get rid of him. So we have the choice. I don't know what them scouts are. I don't know what that recon is. I don't know whether I want to engage or withdraw in this. We do have the initiative. We do get first crack. Tough decisions. Recon A. I'm going to look at the charts just because I can. We should have an idea how many blips we see in the distance, at least at what we're looking at. So, German setup. Recon. That's the median right there. Is going to be, let's see, probably that could be a lot of planes. We all no, honestly, this is exactly what we're here for. Though we are here to keep them. We got to go for it. We've got to go for it. We've got to engage. We move our formation maker into the area where the encounter marker for the enemy encounter is located. We're going to engage the recon, which is exactly what we're there for. And we have first attack, and we're going to have to take care of them before. And actually, this is another encounter, so let's go down here and move the turn. I need to roll those weather before I forget. I know it's not quite in the loop, but we're going to do that right now, or I will forget to do it. So we're going to roll once. 5, do not shift. Roll twice. 8, do not shift, so it didn't matter. Weather's taken care of, so I can get that off my mind. We still don't know what the German fighters are. And we may not have to worry about them for a while, but we do need to get our guys over there. So let's get Shirley. We're going to send that to the tactical map, and he's got 3 attack dice, and we've got Squadrons A out here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to send all those to the tactical map. We also get the joy of finding out how good or bad we are, and this did not work out very good with my last flight. A Schukem man. He maximizes the performance of his airplane in every dogfight round. The value needed to score a successful defend improves by 1. Thus, if his airplane is a 5-3, it becomes a 5-4 instead. This applies to his attack dice in every dogfight round. That's good when he's not going to shoot many down, but he's going to help protect his guys. Next, Irving. No. I did not look at that, and I'm not going to go back and look at it. Irving is not in this fight. Bishop. Sawmill's good son. Flies with care and his brilliant awareness about the circumstances in every dogfight. A trait he picked up while working in his father's sawmill. Yep, you got to be aware of there. You may re-roll one of his attack die per dogfight round in any engagement in which he flies. That's going to come in handy too. So, like in this one where we're going to have the advantage in attack, I will re-roll any defense he gets because it's not going to affect us. Mask. Exhaustion sets in. He can fly a maximum of 1 patrol during any game day, even if scheduled for more patrols. For the following game day, he is considered to be exhausted. Exhaustion rules apply. This vice card is permanent, cannot be removed. He may sit out every other game day, and we can't get rid of that by sending him. So far, out of the vice cards I've drawn 2 that are permanent. And the one, I don't even remember now if... this one's permanent too. I can't remember if the one that was on Logan about his crash landing was permanent. So far we're drawing ones we just can't get rid of. And that's not horrible, but it's not good either. All right, let's see what David is. The companion. He refused to fly OPs or LPs even if scheduled. Instead, he only wants to fly escort patrols. If ordered to fly an OP or LP, every turn, when drawing the current duration card, roll D6. On a 1, he turned. That's not horrible. I don't mind that one. Because you can still order him to fly, and he may or may not make it through the whole patrol. That one's not horrible. I'll take that one. That's my first, I consider, a good trait. Our guys are down here. We're going to move them up to, we are at 17,750. That's going to be altitude level 9. And we need to get roll for our German compadres here. They will be, get this back over here, get this back over here, get this down here, pull that over there for the time being. And we are looking at recon. So we're going to roll a D36. 35. That's going to be, oh, and a 1 Albatross C7. That's not bad unless we draw one of the hard ones. Albatross C7. And we draw just a regular everyday 1MG, 1 hit dice Albatross C7, and he is at high altitude if I remember right. Yes. So we'll put him out there. Actually, we can just go ahead and send him to the tactical map. And then we're going to pull him up here. That should have been returned. I never returned that. I'm going to have to remove these guys real quick. And then hit next round. No, not next round. Clear attack dice. Return to flight. There we go. And put my guys back out. 1750. That brings that down to here. The Albatross comes in at altitude. Encounter all altitude ranges. Recon. Nope, no, we already have that. We need a tactical. We need the encounter altitude level. And this is recon. C7 at high altitude. D4 plus 7. D4 is going to be 10. He's actually going to be above us. And we got to roll for his facing. Oh, no, we don't want that. Clean them up. We'll get a regular die down here. That's a 2. That's going to be facing left. So he's going to be facing us. And I think that may, let me pause this a second. That may be a -1 as well because there are observers in the back. Let me double check that one. Nope, the only penalty would be us climbing. We are going to climb attack. Oops, undo that. Select the whole group. And actually, we're going to climb up to their level and attack. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put all them climbing so we know that they're climbing. And I'm going to spread them all out. Just easier for me to do that. And the attack die will denote where we are. And this makes it easier for me to roll who's getting what. And there we go. Something along them lines. They can roll, but only roll one die, and they can only get defense die, and that's 2. So we're just going to go ahead and roll their defense die right now. That's a 3. He does not get anything, so that's good for us. We come in, we're a climbing attack, so we're going to lose 1 attack. The scope command doesn't come into effect because it's they can't attack us. And I can re-roll on Bishop, who is B. So we're going to start up here rolling D. I'll need my notes out so I can keep track of who I assigned where. We got David and D. David has 2 dice. And the climb attack is going to be the lowest guy. And the lowest guy is going to be Hennessy and H, so he will not roll a die. All right, so 2 for David. 4 and a 3. He gets nothing special. So he's going to get a defense, which really doesn't matter. So he's done. We go to C. C is Chambers. He has 4. He gets 1 hit. We are not doing very good in this. Attack die out of hit. I is the squadron commander. He gets 3. I'm going to just re-roll these 3 right here. What's his special? Jesus. Plus 3 DRM for any hits he gets. Unfortunately, we didn't get any hits. This is my dice rolling, by the way. So, just so you're aware. Bishop gets 2. We're just going to re-roll these 2 right here. He gets 1 possible hit. And Hennessy does not roll because of our penalty for a climbing attack. So all in all, we've got 2 attack dice, 2 hits against their 0 defense. We're going to roll the hits. We only have to roll a d20, so we're going to do C, Chambers, the flight leader first. So we're going to roll that d20. That's a 3. Damage versus observation and bomber types 3 is a fuel leak. Roll per dogfight round and or per turn. See if A15 for corresponding DR results. All right, so he's got a fuel leak. We'll put that on. Damage 1. Fuel leak right there. And section A115 I need to be aware of. Applying damage. Fuel leaks. When a fuel leak is suffered, roll d6 per dogfight round and per turn. On a 1, a fuel tank will catch fire. Alright, so I need to make a note of that. Chambers gets the fuel leak hit. Let's see if Bodnar can claim this one from the ground. How about it? 2, fuel exhausted, engine stops manually glide, and 3 to 6 keeps running. Okay, 1 to 2. Check result. Alright. That's his attack die roll. We go down to Bishop. Bishop doesn't have He gets to re-roll one of his attack die. I completely forgot to do that when I rolled his die. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to take a mulligan on that because I'm just a fool. And we re-rolled a 3, so he gets yet another fuel leak. So we're going to have to roll twice now. So damage 2 is also a fuel leak. And that's going to be that combat round. Let me... because I just kind of really... Termination movement we did. Check for gun jams. See, I forgot to re-roll for gun jams too. No gun jams. Conduct attacks, we just did that. Collisions, clean up. 3 dice. No collision. Breaking off. AI for... I'm going to pause this as I check the AI. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to try to break off, but I'll be right back as I check that. They're going to try and break off because they don't have their fighter cover with them. So we'll go to the break off chart. I think that is, there we go, supplemental. D6. Get these 2 out of there. A 2 cannot break off. Dog eye continues. We like that. I can get rid of the fighters right now. Back to the SOP. Dogfight scatters. It's not round 3. Altitude level loss. It's not a scout dogfight, so that doesn't happen. Out of control recovery. Nobody's out of control. They just have fuel leaks. And Bishop was the other guy that got the fuel leak. I got to check him too. So we roll once for each of them, and we'll keep track of which one actually takes the fighter down and hope that Bodnar doesn't claim this. He can't claim it from the ground. I'm just being sarcastic. Other formations join, and I believe that is only after round 3. Yes, round 3, so we still don't have that joining. Dogfight ends. Nope. So now we go back to TAC 5, positioning determination. So positioning is, we're on the same level as them now, so we will become level. And they are going to automatically try to go to the right like that, and there's not much else they can do. So movement, climb, dive, we're engaged, so that's not going to happen. Going to check for gun jams. 10s, no jams. Conduct attacks, they get 1 attack die. That is a 4. That is nothing for them, which is good for us. And we're going to spread our guys out again, and next round. I forgot to click next round. And clear attack dice. Alright, so second round. I'm going to start with D, who is David. He gets 2 dice. 5 and a 2. Going to get him 1 of each. Plus and minus. We go to C, who is Chambers, the flight leader, 4. And he is a 5-4. So we're going to roll 4 dice. Oh, look at all of that. We have possible 4 hits, because there's no way that... Oops. Yeah. Come on, Greg. I did the wrong one. I got excited here. So this guy is going to clear his attack dice, and he gets 4 attack dice. 4 hits. Then we go to I, who is Irving, who's not in there. That's the squadron commander, rather. And he has 3 attack dice. We're going to get this one off there and re-roll. That's going to be a 5, 4. So every hit he gets a +3 DRM. He only gets 1 hit, but still gets that +1. And the other one's going to be a defense die, which we don't need, but we'll put down there. Anyway, Bishop is the next, and we can re-roll 1 of his. So his attack is 6, and I'm going to go ahead and re-roll. That doesn't matter. He gets 1 hit. Boy, we're going to rip this guy a new one, it looks like. And then H. H is Hennessy, and he gets 1 die. And that is a 6 as well. So he gets a... Boy, we are going to rip these guys a new one. Clean up. All right. And it doesn't really say when they check their fuel. So we're going to check that... Let's go back and double check that. A115. Maybe it does, and I just didn't. I can't say. It doesn't. I may not have seen when it takes place. Per dogfight round and per turn, gameplay reverts to procedural loop. Yeah, it just says roll again. Per dogfight round. Well, we started this dogfight. Let's roll that right now. So we'll call that the beginning of attack 5 is where we'll roll for that determination and see what happens. So hit the first roll is going to be 4. That's nothing. The second roll is going to be 3. That's nothing. So it's a moot point. The fuel did not hurt him. He continues to fly. D, he gets 1 attack die, 1 hit die to roll for damage. 15. D is David. No trait cards to watch, so 15 is going to get us a fuel tank damaged again. Except this is the different. This is not a fuel leak. Roll D6 for... So we're going to go in there and get his fuel tank damaged. And I'm going to have to check the result of that first. Per round, per turn, roll 1 die, one flamer. And 2 to 5 is no effect. So we're going to get a D6 out there again. 3. No effect yet. That is a fuel tank damage, no effect right now. Alright, and that may be subject to change. And that was D with the flamer. Fuel damage. 1 flamer. And he can shut his engine off and glide, but he may not have the chance. D's done. We go to 4. The 4 hits for Chambers, and he gets nothing special. So we're going to clean that up, and we're going to roll D20 once, 2. Landing gear shot away, which isn't really going to affect him, so I'm not even going to put that one on there. Second hit is 18. Serious cockpit hit. Roll a D6. 5. Pilot and crew SW. Serious cockpit hit. Damage 4. Pilot and crew SW right there, and I have to read on that and see how that affects them. That may... Pilot and crew SW, I'll come back to that one. Let's get the other 2 hits determined. 15 is a fuel tank damage again. So C, pilot and crew, SW, and a fuel damage. So we got to re-roll that D6 real quick. That's going to be a 6, nothing right now. And his last hit is going to be a 9, elevator damage, -1 attack die. So he gets no attack die. Elevator hit damage number 5 is going to be an elevator hit. And he gets no attack die now, so he's really starting to struggle. And that's going to bring us down to Irving. Not Irving, our squadron commander. And he gets a +3 DRM on this, so he's going to roll. That's a 10, goes to a 13. Guns hit, guns inoperative. Doesn't matter. He's got no. I'm going to leave that one off because it's not going to knock him out of it, and he already has no hit dice due to the elevator. So not Irving. So Shirley's done. Bishop. Bishop's getting 1 attack dice. No modifiers. 9 elevator damage again. Can't get any worse. And H, 1 hit. Reroll the D20. That's an 8. Wing strut damage, -1 attack dice. Ignore successful defense. He's got no defense right now, so yeah, about that. He's in trouble. That was wing strut. All right. There's what it looks like right now. I sincerely doubt, and I got to look up. I'm going to pause this while I look up the SWs. All right, I'm probably missing it. That's what I get. But he's got to attempt to break off. It doesn't say anything on here about him getting an OOC during any of his rolls, so he's not going to get the OOC. So what we're going to do is we go to check for collisions. Clean up, roll 3 dice. No, only 1. Break off. He is going to attempt to break off again. That is a supplemental roll. Breaking off. 1 die 6. Reroll that. 2. Cannot break off. Dogfight continues. He's in trouble. We're going to have to roll. Dogfight scatters. No. Not. We're only on round 2. Altitude level loss. No, because it's a recon. Out of control. Recovery. Not out of control. Other formations, we don't check that till next time. Dogfight ends. No, we go to the next round. And we are going to roll for his fuel leaks. First fuel leak roll for Chambers is a 4, nothing. Second fuel leak for Bishop is a 6, nothing. Fuel damage for David is a 2, nothing. And fuel damage for Chambers 6 is nothing. So he at this point is just a flying mess, waiting for his guys to come down and join him after. But he's got to withstand another attack yet. He has no attack dice, so there's nothing he can do. Movement, climb, dive. Nobody can do anything. They're engaged. Check for gun jams. We rolled 2 dice. That's a 4. I don't think that's a gun jam. No gun jams. We're at altitude level 9. Goes down 2. We're at level 10. Yes, there is a gun jam. So that goes 4 down to 1. 2 random airplanes in the formation suffer gun jams. D3 gun jam rounds each. And they're already out of whack, so that's gonna hurt us. Two random airplanes. We have 5 of us. I'll tell you how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it with the RNAS dice. We're gonna put 5 sides on it. Roll it twice, and it's gonna go top to bottom here. 1 and 4. So I don't have anything in here for jam. I probably should add a note somewhere to allow us to mark down jams. We're just going to have to cancel. I don't think there's any counters for a jam. Nope. I'm going to have to add something in there. I've got a 1.4 I'm working on, so 1 and 4 are both jammed. That's going to be David. David has a jam for 3 turns or 3 rounds. Jam 3 rounds, so he's not going to fire for 3 rounds. Clear all the attack dice. He's not firing for 3 rounds. I'll keep him down there. And then 4 is Bishop, and he's not firing for 1 round. So 1 round. I'm going to put 3 O's there so I can dot them off as we get through the round. So this is the first round. Bishop can't fire this round. David can't fire this round or the following 2 rounds. So we'll start with Chambers, who is 4. He rolls absolutely no hits. Ouch. All right, we go to the squadron leader, who is 3 hits. If he gets any hits, he adds 3. Wow, only 1 hit, but he gets 1, so that's better than nothing, and he does add 3 to the damage. So that's, clean up, roll. Look at that. I re-rolled by mistake, and I got 5 5s. That don't beat all. Oh, good Lord Almighty, help me. My dice rolling just never ceases to amaze me. H is Hennessy. He gets 1 die. Daggone Bishop. I could have re-rolled one of his, but he's jammed. So, and he gets nothing. So we get out of that, we get 1 hit. This is going to hurt. And that is only the squadron commander. He adds 3 to the dice. D20 is going to be 18, 19, 20, 21. He made it count. He made it count. All right, phone, that's enough. 21 flamer shot down, and that is going to go to, we're going to return him to his deck, and I need to make sure that my controls worked, because now when I return him to deck, that should clear everything, and it does. Good. So that works. And we are on round 3, so that's going to move the turn on track also to 12, Greg. Good Lord Almighty. Yes. Moves a turn, and we also shift 1 round to the east. And this turn, these guys are coming in. Alright, so we got rid of them. D's still not going to be able to fly. We are still at level 10 because that was a combat with a recon. Don't need the counters. Let's get rid of them. Try and clean up a little bit here. Did the attacks. We got collisions. We need to roll D. 3D. No collisions. Breaking off. There's nobody to break off. We could actually break off. Dogfight scatters. There's nobody here. We could attempt to break off at this point, and I'm going to make us break off because there are scouts coming in to join us. So if we don't break off, we have to roll to see if they join us. So let's attempt a break off here on our point before them guys come in, and we're going to try the whole flight. We add 1 because it's a scout formation, so we're going to clear this, and we're going to roll 1d6. And 2, we cannot break off. 3, cannot break off. So, dogfight scatters. Let me pause that real quick while I double check that because I've never made it through 3 rounds before. All right, so yes, there is a dogfight scatters chart we need to roll for. +1 if one side is observation bombers. They're no longer here. No DRM in 3 and 4, so we're going to roll. If we roll a 1, the dog for scatters. I'm actually going to roll because, I'm going to add 1 because there was an observation bomber and the fighters have not yet come in. So, hey, we just shot him down this round. I'll give him a 1. I could be wrong. Doesn't matter. Moot point. Dogfight continues. So we didn't get away before these guys came in to jump us. Altitude loss, that was against recon, so I got ahead of myself. Out of control, recovery, none. Other formations join. Now we've got to roll for the other formation to join us, and we got to set up the. Now we get to set up the German dogfight for the scouts. So we do a D3-6. 16 is going to be 4 Albatross D2s and 2 Halberstadt D3s. That could be worse. Yes, it's a lot of planes, but the D2s and the D3s the D2s aren't as dangerous, and the Halberstadts aren't as dangerous. So we need 4 Albatross D2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, so good. And then 2 Halberstadt D2s. Or D3s, rather. Yep, D3s. 1 and 2. And they're all mediocre. And I'm glad we weren't able to get away from there because I don't mind facing 6 hit dice. And they come in at level M. They join us, medium. So we got to look for encounters set up, and they're all coming in. We'll do the Halberstadt D3 altitude. It's all D4 plus 3 anyway. 5. They come in at altitude level 5. Clean up. And facing to the left, so that we don't have to worry about that. Do not have initiative and do not enjoy a first attack. Their movement order is determined by positioning, so their movement order is climbing 1, so they're going to climb to meet us. They're too little too late. And that's going to bring them up to here, and our positioning is going to be a dive. And I'll get all these guys together again. We're at altitude level 10. and we can dive. And we can dive 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to put us on the same altitude level as them. We will also move our die down there. And I'm going to go ahead and spread everybody out so this is easy to roll for randoms. B is done his jam. So B can go again. Let's get positioning, movement, climb, dive. Yes. So we're going to go down here. And that kill, by the way, went for the flamer was the squadron commander. He was the only one that got a hit. Yes. So I gets the kill. And we also, before I forget, we need to put a vice card on here for assignment at the end of the day too. Because of flamer. That's going to go to A flight. How long is this video? That's an hour. Well, I'd like to make it through this attack. So, all right. So we're going to spread them out. This determines which level we're on. I'm just doing this so it's easy to assign hits and defense die and stuff and figure out who's doing what. So there we go. Organize a little bit. They actually have more planes than I, but they are definitely lacking in the attack dice. And it's going to get even worse because they've got a climbing attack and we have a diving attack. So my best guy, which is Chambers, is going to get an extra die attack. And their bottom guy, which is, we'll just go with this guy right here, is only going to get, is not going to get to roll an attack die. And these guys are all 5-1s or 6-1s, which are not very good. So this should be a dogfight where we can rack up some goodies. Conduct attacks. They've got 5 dice because they lose 1. So we're going to just roll 1 die at a time for working our way down. We're going to start with the top guy and work our way down. We are right here. He, Albatross D26 rolls a 1, which is absolutely nothing. We'll go to Halberstadt, and he's a 5-1. We re-roll that. He's a 1. He gets a defense die. We go to 9. Albatross D2 9. He re-rolls, gets a 3. That's nothing. Halberstadt D3 3 re-rolls. He gets a 1. That's a defense die. So far, no attacks. And 7. He gets a 5. He needs a 6, though. So there's absolutely no attack die coming against us. Chambers gets to roll 4, 5 attack dice. Oh, man. Well, he got a lot of defense dice, but we don't need them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 attack. H is Hennessy. He gets one die roll. Oops, clean that up. Didn't even look at it. 2, that's going to be a defense die. Squadron leader is a 3. He gets to roll 3 dice. Oh, nice. 3 possible hits. And if you remember correctly, he gets, I forgot to clear my attack dice, so he gets +3 DRM on all damage rolls. So we finally got another bunch of attack dice. When we go to C, up D is jammed. D never gets to roll. So we're clear his dice out. Forgot about that. C. C gets 4. I messed up somewhere along the line. I thought I already rolled him. I did. I thought D was him. Undo. I thought D was him. Okay, so 1 and 4 should actually be down here on... Yeah, I'm messing up here. I'm hitting wrong buttons. 1 and 4 should be down here on C. See, I get all messed up. So what? Oh boy, I'm messing up. 1 hit, 4 attack dice. He rolled earlier. I should have had him up top. And then B is, he's done his jams now, so he can actually fire. That is Bishop, and he gets to re-roll 1 of them. And he gets 2 dice. We'll clean that up. Roll 2. 2 5s. I really don't need to re-roll 1 of them. He gets 2 possible hits. So D gets nothing because he never gets to fire. Should have put him down the bottom and the side, but I forgot to. So they get 1, 2 defense die get neglected. So we only have 3 guys that got hits. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the first die roll is going to be 2. 2 of them, right? Yeah. 2 is going to be one of... I forgot. I really need to get in there and take out some of these. He goes down to 2, and the second die roll out is this guy. We can go ahead and clear his because the defense dice aren't needed. So Shirley's only going to get 2 attack dice, and we're going to roll, and he gets a +3. And I'm going to roll a d6 with each one of these, and that's going to tell me who the plane gets the damage assigned to. So plane 2 is going to get 19, 21. That's going to be another flamer. Return to deck. That's a flamer for I again. That's 2 times kills. And... I think we only assign 1 vice card on when there's a flight leader, so I may be able to take one of them vice cards off of... I'll double check that, but I think I can take one of them vice cards off of these guys too. I'm going to put them up there, but I'm going to double check the rules later. I'm pretty sure I only have to assign 1 vice card if there's a flight leader. So that's his first hit. Second hit for Shirley is 2 again, and 5 doesn't matter. He's already shot down, so we're going to clean that up. And our hit, we get 2 hits for Bishop. Same thing for him. I'm going to draw these 2 out there. Bishop's first hit will be against, I'll re-roll a 6. 2, 19. And his, actually, no, we got to act as if he's still there. That hit was against the elusive number 2 who got shot down. And we re-roll 1 more time. And another hit against 2. Oh, good Lord. All hits went against the 1 guy. So, 19 would have been what damage? shot down. So we got to determine whether Shirley or Bishop, because all this is simultaneous. Odds, Shirley gets it. Evens, Bishop gets it. Odds, Shirley gets it. So Shirley gets the kill. And all those other hits went to waste. Nice. All right, collisions. No. Close, but no. Breaking off. Break off for scouts. I'm going to pause real quick while I check the AI. I swear I'm going to make a cheat sheet for this. I'll be right back. All right, they will not attempt to break off because they are... they have 5 hit dice and we don't have 20. So we go to dogfight scatters. We got to roll one of dogfight scatters for... I forgot to hit the next round too. This is round 4. They joined us on 3. Dogfight scatters. Supplemental. Yes. D6. And it's... round 4, no DRM. Nope, no scatter. Altitude level loss. There is an altitude level loss. Now we're going to move down to 5 because both are scouts. Out of control recovery. Nobody's out of control. Other formations join. There's no other formation. Dogfight ends. The dogfight does not end because with nothing scattered. So we are then looking at... oh boy, I got to pause this and get the girls their treats. I'll be right back. All right, back at it. Next round, we go to combat round 4. And positioning, we're engaged, so nobody really can do anything. We can check for the gun jams, and actually we will. All these guys are now level. And the Germans different because they're on climb. Yeah, it's different on climb. All right. And we can check one more off of David. He cannot fire this turn, but he can start firing again next. And this is a little more interesting. We have 5 hit dice for them, and excuse me. Roll for the jams first. Oops, 2d6. Greg, not 3. That's collisions. 6 is we are down to altitude level 5. No jams. We're too low now, which is good. Otherwise, we would have had some. Back to my sequence of play. Conduct attacks. I'm going to roll theirs, or roll ours, or it's all simultaneous. He gets a 4. We're just going to work our way down. I'm not going to keep flashing it because it's a pain in the butt to keep going down and hitting the key, and I just keep forgetting about it. So this guy rolls a 4, nothing. We go down to 9. 6, he gets a probable hit. 3, Halberstadt. 501, he gets a possible defense. Oh, I forgot to clear the attack dice. That's something I'm going to have to... There we go. I'm gonna have to put it into my thing. I want next round. I want to clear the attack dice. All right. That was he had an attack. Yes. All right. Got myself out of whack there. We're into 7, I believe it is. 3, nothing, and we go to 10, nothing. All right, our guys. D cannot fire. Last turn of being jammed. H is Hennessy. Hennessy gets 1. 2, he gets, that is a defense die. I is Shirley. He gets 3 dice. That's going to be 1 hit, 1 defense. I'm going to put his 2 kills in because I'm going to forget if I don't put them down now. And he's going out on the noon patrol. Ag kill. Ag kill. He got 2 kills so far. It takes him up to 9. All right. You got 1 hit, 1 defense. We go to C, who is Chambers. He has 4 dice. Oh, absolutely no hits. But they're all defense. He's taking care of his guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Clear. Here I go again. And I got to find a way to just, we just clear out the individual plane. That's no big deal. Bishop, 2 dice, and he can re-roll 1 of them. And they're both defense. I'm going to re-roll the 1. He gets 2 defense. Well, we're going to get a few attacks, but mostly it's going to be defense. So 1, 2. They got one hit, and that's easily taken out by our defense. So these guys, I'll clear their. But he only got 1 defense too. One of our guys' hits is going to go away. We have. Daggone. No damage for anybody. We only have that 1 hit. Clear attack dice. All right. That was a pretty strange round. I don't think I've ever had that before. Collisions. None. Breaking off. Still no. D's going to join us again. They still have 5. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So if they lose one of these guys, then actually 2 of these guys, then they can break off. But as long as they have 5 showing, they cannot break off. Or even try to. Dogfight scatters. We do got to roll for that. Round 5 minus 1. We're rolling a d6. 6. A dogfight continues. So we go back to altitude level loss, and yes, we lose an altitude. We now go down to 4. We are out of control, nothing, no other formations to join. Dogfight does not end. We go to the next round. We're going to move one more east. And go through there. And we got to move turn one more. For the dogfight for every 3 rounds. I think turns every 3 rounds. I'll double check that. Don't want to give you guys, but actually let me pause this yet again and see. Good, I double checked that. I'm behind on that. I've moved it twice now, and we're on the 6th round. So we moved that once for each dogfight round. So that should have been up to there by now. And boy, we're gonna be pushing it on fuel the way this flight's been going. Let's see here. No positioning and everything because these guys got to stay fighting. Check for gun jams. No modifiers. 5, no jams. We check and conduct attacks. We'll do the Germans, roll them first. We've got... Oops. Well, we're rolling ours first then, darn it. D is David getting back into the fray. He can roll 2 dice. And that's going to be 1 of each. That's going to bring us to Hennessy. He rolls 1 die. 4 is going to give him nothing. Shirley, the flight leader, rolls 3. 2 hits. Good. And he gets the +1, too. If. That's a big if because we've only got 1 hit showing. So we'll see how that works out. Chambers gets 4. And that's going to be... Yes, he's the one that gets... That's going to be 2 of each. And Bishop is 2. And he can re-roll 1. Doesn't need to. He's going to take both possible hits. Germans. Starting at the top. 3. Nothing for 6. Go to 9. 5 is nothing. Go to 3. 6 is a hit. Or a possible hit for him. 7 is a 5. That is not. And then 10. 1. That's a defense. All right. So they get 1 attack, which is going to definitely be taken away by all of our defense rolls. We've got 3 of them. So, and they have one defense. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. So one of these is going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Re-roll 5 or 6. 1. It's going to be D. Maybe he didn't clear his jam properly. His attack dice are gone. We'll go down, and first is going to be Shirley. He has 2 hits, and he adds 3 to the damage. And again, the yellow die is going to denote 1 to 5 working from the top. And we re-roll 6s. That's going to be a 1 and a 9. So that's this guy up here, and he gets a 9. Sorry, this is a long video, but it's the way it is right now. 9 is elevator damage, -1 attack die, and ignore all successful defense. So he's got elevator damage, and he will no longer... I'm going to use damage too. He'll no longer... He's going to have to try to... He's one of the ones that's going to cause them to want to break off. And the second hit for Shirley is 1 again and 2. Oh, you know what? I forgot. 9. Should have gone to 12. Wing spar damage, -3 attack. That's just even worse. So damage 2, 3, 4, 5. Landing gear. So landing gear's not going to matter. So that was wing spar damage, I want to say. Yeah, wing spar damage. And the 5 is going to be landing gear, and we never see them land, so that's Shirley's hits. Now we go down to Chambers, and nothing special with him. He gets to roll 2 hits. And that's a 3 and a 2 again. Wow. Landing gear shot away, and that really doesn't matter, but I'll put it on him just so we know he's damaged. And his second hit is 6. Reroll that is 5. The bottom guy, 14, is engine damage. Run roll 1 die 6. That's a 2. The engine quits. Glide only. All right. Engine damage, engine quits. Glide only. Right there. And I'm not sure how to do that, so I'm going to be pausing yet again. These guys are going to try to break off now because they've lost enough. Attack dice where they need to break off. And the last hits are Bishop down the bottom here. Gets 2 more. So he gets to roll his first one. Bishop has nothing special. He gets to re-roll attack dice, but that's it. 4 and 4. I'm rolling low. Not good. Straight bullets into cockpit. Roll a d6. And that's 4. That's the guy sitting on altitude level 5 right now. He rolled a 4. No effect. So straight bullets in the cockpits maybe scared him, but that's about it. And the last hit is 3, and that's a 6. And fuselage damage -1 attack dice. So yes, they definitely are trying to get away from us now. All right, so that's going to be it for the attacks. Clear the attack dice. All that's done. Collisions. No. Breaking off. The Germans will attempt to break off. Five, 6, all airplanes in formation break off, remove formation from the dogfight. So these guys are all going to go back to, and actually that goes for all of us. I can just return to flight. And I am going to stop this video here. All my guys are back on the board, so I'm going to stop this video here, and I'll be back. Start another one. Thanks for joining me, everybody. That's part 1 of the second mission. Sorry I'm a little long-winded, but I'm still learning, and there's a lot to it. So thanks for joining me. See you next time.